Hello and welcome to a Nation of Expert Gaming videos. Today we are going to be doing the second episode of building for, and we're going to be building for Arsenal, obviously in the second episode, as you saw in the first episode. So the first thing we did was a squad builder, and then I said pretty much I'm going to be doing kind of a in-depth look into the team. So we're going to head straight away to the goalkeeper, which is Chesney. So what we're going to be doing is going through the foothead stats. This is obviously from the Foothead website, and I've just cut it down into what I need it for the video. So as you can see, he's Polish. His total stats is 439. His age is 22, so a good start there. I think he's 6'4", that is, so that's pretty decent. That's good height for a goalkeeper. Right-footed. It doesn't really make a difference for me. Medium attacking, medium defensive. I don't think it makes any difference really with keeper, to be fair. Weak foot skill moves, they're nothing. And then the training prices are just pretty average. I'm not really going to go over them. But his stats, so we have 84 diving. I quite like diving and reflex put together. They do sound quite good. Speed is not the best, I got to admit. I like a bit of speed as well. I've been using Handanovic, which has got some pretty decent stats. I think his lowest is like speed with like 60 something, but the rest are like 80s, so I was quite happy with that. But Chesney being the 80 non-rare, 79 handling, that's pretty average. 69 kicking. I think it doesn't really matter if you're kicking or not, because really, if you could just throw, which means that you don't really need it. So if you've got a low kicking one, it doesn't make 100% of the difference. 74 positioning. I think positioning could be a decent one to get up as well. What I look for in the keeper is normally the diving, handling, reflex, and positioning. And then if he's got an average rating of speed, I'm quite happy. But overall, not a bad player. So yeah. Okay, moving on to the left back, as we have got Mr. Gibbs. He is obviously English, 428 stats, left back. He is 5'10", pretty average. I think maybe anywhere between 5'9" and 6'1", I'd say is like the perfect height, as long as he's got a good amount of pace. Left-footed, good to be left-footed on the left back. Medium attack work rate, medium defensive. I think it would be a bit better if he had a high in defensive work rate, as that would mean he'd get back more, and he'd still go up for the kind of overruns, overlaps, and all that for the left mid. But we were playing left forward in this, so he pretty much wouldn't get up there anyway. So 3-star skill moves, that doesn't make a difference in left back for me. I don't really bother doing any skills. 2 weak foot. He's not going to be shooting, and really his passing's fine. So moving on to his skills. So we have his ball control, 76, pretty average. I'd say that kind of works for him. 80 crossing. If you're going to play him in the left wing back position, I think that would be pretty decent. But as I'm playing him just purely as like the defensive left back, doesn't really make a huge amount of difference. Curve and dribbling, not the best, but I don't really need him to dribble, as we've found out. Finishing free kicks, again, not going to use him for them. Heading, 67, I think he's more the one that stays back from the corners, so lets the centre-backs go for it. Long passing is not that great, so I wouldn't be going for long passing with him. Maybe if it was open, then maybe he could get there. Long shots, not going to do any. Marking, that's pretty good. 75 is pretty average, seeing as though he's only 76 rare. Penalties is not going to be taken. Short passing could be better, but I'd still say that's quite a decent amount, seeing as though he's only 76. Shot power doesn't make a difference. Slide tackling, pretty decent. Standing tackling, again, quite good actually. So that means he's a good tackler when he jockeys them out and goes in for the standing tackle. Acceleration is really good. You definitely need that with a player, especially a left back, because they like to come down the right mids with 90 paces and everything. Agility could be better. I think he should have more agility. Balance is 75. Again, that's not too bad. Reaction 76, pretty decent. Jumping 63, that's pretty poor, but it could. I would prefer it to be higher. Sprint speed being 84, again, quite good. I'd say maybe a little bit faster, and it would be like an absolute beast of a left back. Stamina is pretty poor. Strength, again, is quite poor as well. Aggression 62, that's not going to make him want the ball much. Positioning 64, that's pretty poor as well. Interceptions is pretty good, 76, and then vision 59. I'm pretty sure I'm thinking of vision of being like kind of all about like seeing where the ball's going, or is it vision where you can see where you can pick out a pass or something like that? But I'll have to look into that in a next couple of episodes time. Okay, we are moving on to Vermaelen. So he is Belgium, obviously, 437 stats, a bit higher than Gibbs. He is 22, I believe that makes 27 in fact, so he's quite old. 6 foot, pretty average. I'd say it's quite small for a centre back. Seeing as though a lot of centre backs are normally around about 6'2 to 6'4. Left-footed, I never actually knew he was left-footed to be fair. Weak foot, 3-star, skill moves 2. High attacking work rate, medium defensive. That makes him more of kind of like a centre defensive mid when it comes to work rate. But well, actually, it would be more cam to be fair, because unless it had low defensive, then it would be a cam. But I'd say I'd definitely, again, my preference for centre backs would be definitely high medium, high defensive, and then maybe even a low attacking, maybe medium. It depends what you want. If you want your centre back to come up and go for it, then you'd probably want a high, to be fair. So we're going on to his stats now. We have got 65 ball control. Again, it doesn't make a difference for me. I'm just going to smash it out or pass it to my left back or right back. Crossing doesn't make a difference. Curve, actually I'm going to go, because it's going to take forever going through all these, I'm going to go with the stats that are relevant to him. So moving down, heading, really good. You can definitely see that in the match. He gets a few goals from his head, which is really good. Long passing, that's pretty decent as well, to be fair. I don't think I'm going to be doing a huge amount of long passes, but I'm still going to be doing some kind of over-the-top balls, maybe if he's in like the centre mid area. 85 marking, really good as well. He's got to have decent like defensive stats, as he's definitely the main man at centre back. His short passing's pretty poor, to be fair. Just pretty much the same as his long passing, but I think short passing is definitely more important. Shot power doesn't make a difference, to be fair, so I don't know why he's got that amount of power. Sliding and standing tackles, 84 and 85, really good to do that. That's going to help him out absolutely loads. Acceleration is not too bad, to be fair, seeing as though he is a centre back that's not the most pacey, but he's got some pace on him. Agility, not the best, but he doesn't really need it. Balance, not good as well. Jumping, absolutely amazing. This is why you can see that he's got good heading, because he will head that ball out of space. When he gets his head on that ball, he's gone for it. 82 reactions, really good. That will help him in the heading situations. Stamina and strength, not the best. Strength is not too bad, actually, looking at it again. It'll take off some defenders, but you come up against like Akinfenwa or someone like that, or someone with like massive strength, you are going to be on the floor. Aggression, 82, really good. A lot of people think aggression is literally based on kind of just like, what's it called? Pure, like, they'll just go in and slide someone and rip them. It's more about how they want the ball and how they react to get that. Interceptions, quite good as well. 82, you've got to love that. Then vision, we have that's pretty poor, to be fair. So overall, not a bad player. I think he's got some stats that lack, but being an 82, he's not an 88 or anything like that, so he's bound to have some stats. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are moving on to Koscielny. So he is 27, centre back from France, 404 stats, total stats. Right-footed, 6 foot, medium defensive, medium attacking, high defensive. Again, 3 weak foot, 2 skill moves. So overall, first opinions. Right back links up with the left-footed Vermaelen. Got high defensive work rate, really good. He's got medium attacking, so he will go up, but not as much. So yeah, moving on to his skills. Ball control, nothing. Go straight down. He's got pretty poor stats there. 81 heading. This does show in his attacking when he goes up for them heads from the corners. I've seen him jump for the ball and he's like gone through the net. He's that powerful. But he is very good at heading. He definitely, I think he outshines Vermaelen when it comes to the come to the heading. But he did score quite a few goals from heads. Long passing, not good at all. I wouldn't pass with him out wide. Marking, really good, 84. Definitely one of his better stats. Short passing, again, not too bad actually. It's just underneath Vermaelen's, but he is obviously a lower rating without the rare. Then we've got 82 slide tackling, 82 standing. Absolutely good, absolutely amazing. You've got to have that with a centre back. So Vermaelen and him are pretty decent at that. Acceleration's pretty decent as well. Got a bit more pace than Vermaelen, so he definitely can get past people a bit more or track back a bit faster. Balance, not the greatest. Agility, definitely not the greatest. Jumping, really good, as you can probably tell. Reaction, sprint speed, stamina and strength all okay. Nothing really standing out worth kind of mentioning, but all of them quite average. Aggression quite average as well, nearly 80, which is pretty decent for him. But it's obviously not in the high 80s like Vermaelen. So he will want the ball, but he won't want it as much as Vermaelen. I think the kind of zone we're trying to think of. And 87 interceptions, that is amazing. You've got to have some decent stats like that. And to be fair, it probably does help that he has that much interceptions than he does with positioning, because obviously he's going to need to intercept, otherwise his positioning is going to causing loads of goals. So we are moving on to Sagna. So he is a beast of a player, one of the higher rated players for Arsenal. He is obviously French, 447 stats. He is 30 years old, so he's quite old now, still with 79 pace, so that's pretty decent. I believe that says 5'9", high defensive, medium attacking, 3-star on both. That's pretty decent overall stats there. So, ball control, crossing, curve, dribbling, they're all average. Finishing free kicks, they're pretty poor, but obviously we don't need them. His heading's not the best, but obviously we're going for the centre-backs with the headers in this kind of team, so it doesn't really make a huge difference. Long passing, not the best, so you probably want to stick with your short passing, because his short passing is a lot better with 82, so that's a lot better than what we've seen so far. Marking really good as well, 84. That's pretty decent to definitely get that left mid, because the left mid's always the tricky one. You've always got like Lavezzi or Asidi or someone like coming down the wing, so you definitely want to make sure that you've got some decent players, decent right back tackling him. Then we move on to his sliding and standing. We have 85 and 86. That's just unreal. To be fair, he would make his inform in centre back would be absolutely a beast. To be fair, I'd love to see what his stats are, and I can't just go click that little thing because obviously I'm not on the. I'm just re-editing this, so I'll definitely go back and check what that's like in like future episodes. So we have got 79 acceleration, 77 agility, 76 balance, 78 jumping, all average. I think there's nothing really that he needs. His acceleration obviously would be a little bit better if he's a bit younger, but obviously he is getting older, so he will amount to less pace like most players do. Balance not the best, but really we've not seen anyone that's decent balance and agility yet. Reactions really good. That's pretty decent to have good reactions, especially as a right back. Sprint speed, obviously, again we'll go for the old. He's 30 years old. Stamina really good, 89 stamina. So you can't really ask for any more. He's gonna stay fit right to the very end. You can tell most players gain more stamina in stats when they get older because they're more experienced and more know what they're doing. So they can kind of save themselves and they're a bit more fitter because they need to be. Otherwise, they're going to get injury prone as being old. Strength not the best. I wouldn't say that's definitely not a key stat. And then the rest are pretty average in that mental ability. I would say nothing really to shout out and nothing really to kind of say that he's got bad. So yeah, there's the defense finish. Okay, moving on to Mikel Arteta. Look at them stats. So we have Spanish 451 stats. 70 mid. Oh my god, I've said it again. Centre mid, there we go. Age 31, getting pretty old now. And my stamina just goes out the window with that whole what I said just a minute ago. Right footed, medium. Pretty good for both, I've got to admit. That's definitely what you want. Not 4-star skill moves, which is pretty poor, but he's obviously not the skill move person, he's more the passing player. He's got 4-star weak foot though, so that adds up there. Ball control, really good. You can't really ask for any more there. 87 is pretty decent for an 81. Crossing, he's not doing an amazing amount of crossing, but he's got the skills to do it. Curve, really good. That's going to make some good curved through balls and everything. Dribbling, not too bad to be fair, I got to admit. I was expecting him to have a little bit less dribbling, but he's decent. He can dribble around players. Finishing, not the greatest, but he's more of the kind of set-up player. His free kicks, they're pretty good as well, to be fair. I've used a few free kicks and scored with him. Head-in, not the best, but we don't need him. Long passing, great. That's going to be some good long balls and through balls there. Long shots, it depends if I'm through on goal with him. If I'm not, I won't shoot from that distance. Penalties, I don't think he is the penalty taker. I think Podolski is, but he's definitely got the stats to do it. Short passing and shot power, both pretty epic with 87, so you can't really moan about that. Then we've got tackles, not the best, but we don't need him for them. Volleys, quite good on volleys to be fair. If he's on the edge of the box, I will go for that volley. Agility, acceleration, not the best. Balance, pretty decent, 83, he'll stay on that ball a bit longer. Jumping, don't really need him to jump to be fair. Reactions, we've got 83, so he's going to react quite a lot to be fair. His sprint speed, stamina and strength is pretty poor for a centre mid, but we can't really ask him for everything. He's got some decent ways to technique that he uses. I'd say it's kind of going for maybe like a pass and move kind of player. Aggression, not the best. Positioning, pretty decent. And vision, pretty good. So yeah, that's not too bad for him. Moving on to Mr. Wilshere. He is English. He's got 446 stats. I believe that is. 446. He's 21 years old, so he's not going to have the best amount of stats. But he is obviously still in progression, but he's got some decent stats already. He is high attacking, high defensive. That's going to be a killer on him to be fair. He's left-footed, 5'8", the same height as me actually. 3-star for both. High defensive and attacking is going to kill him to be fair. I'd say definitely he's gonna be out of stamina quite quickly, as he is doing both jobs pretty much. But his stamina is really good with 85, so he can cope with it. I've got to admit, I've seen that he's not like completely blown out of his arse at the end, but he still is kind of needs a bit of help. Ball control, really good with 86. Crossing, doesn't need it. Curve passing, that's not too bad. That can get a few passes in. Dribbling, pretty average to be fair. Then his long passing's really good. Long shots, not the best. We possibly don't need that. 85 short passing, that's pretty decent. It's pretty average. Then we go on, really nothing else there. Acceleration is quite good, I've got to admit, for a centre mid. They're normally not the fastest of players, but he's pretty decent to be fair. 83 agility, he would definitely get round them players as being so young. Balance, really good, he'll stay on the ball. Jumping, not that amazing. Reactions, not that amazing, but he's still nearly in the 80s. Sprint speed, that will do to be fair. Stamina, I've said. Strength, not the best, I gotta admit. It's pretty poor, but he's only 21, so hopefully when he gets a bit older, hits his prime, we'll see some more from him. We've got his aggression. That's really good. He'll definitely drive for that ball. You can tell from his attacking and defensive work rate, he definitely wants that ball. Positioning, pretty good. Interceptions, not the best. And then vision, we have got 86, which is quite a high one. So he's definitely going to be determined to get that ball. Okay, we have Santi Cazorla now. He has got 434 with Spanish 28. Centre attacking mid, but we've got him in the centre mid role. He's only 5'6". That's quite small for him to be fair. Right footed, both medium, 5-star weak foot, 4-star skills. Really good player. I gotta admit, he's one of my favourite players to be fair. So let's move on to his stats. So 85 ball control. Again, it's kind of like the overall at the minute that he's really good at that. Crossing and curves, definitely some decent stats going on there. Dribbling, all of them 4 at the top. Really high quality stats, which definitely show in the match. Finishing, not the best. Free kicks, really good. I think he is my free kick taker. In fact, I think he has scored one or two. Long passing, pretty decent for a centre attacking mid. Long shots, quite good. So if definitely you want to take a pop, he'll definitely test the keeper. Marking, not the greatest, so you kind of want him to be the kind of holding midfielder where he will just literally just stand there and receive the ball. Short passing, pretty decent. Nothing really amazing there. Acceleration 82, which is good. I got to admit, a lot of players, a lot of centre mids don't have amazing acceleration, but this kid does. Agility, really good. Balance, this is the person that can dribble. He can definitely see that he can dribble around players because he just literally weaves in and out of them. Jumping, not the best. Reactions, 81. I thought that'd be a bit higher, but he's obviously got only 81. Sprint speed lets him down a bit. Definitely, if he was a bit faster, he would be an amazing player. Stamina, not the best. Strength, really poor to be fair. I think it is because he's so small. His strength is like kind of like lost from that. Then we have positioning, which is 81, pretty decent, but then again he can't mark. And vision, 83. So overall, he's got stats that would help him and then stats that wouldn't. Obviously, aggression, strength, heading, slide tackle and standing, and interceptions are all the low ones. But obviously, with a balance of 91, he's pretty decent, so he makes up for it in other areas. Okay, we're moving on to the last three players here. We have got the left wing. I play him in left forward. Oxalate and Chamberlain. So he is only 19, I believe, 409 stats. Left wing, 5'10", right foot, medium. I would have preferred a left-footed, sorry, to this, but obviously there's not many of them. Ball control pretty poor. Crossing for a left wing is really poor, to be fair. Obviously he is only 19, so there is room to improve. But for now, that's pretty poor. Dribbling, not too bad actually. I thought it would be a bit lower with 82 dribbling there, but again, his kind of ball control, dribbling, all balance it out. Finishing, not the best. He's definitely one of them people that just set up people. Free kicks and heading, not that great. Long passing, not great either. 75 long shots, not worth mentioning. Again, passing and shot power, not the best. Acceleration, great. Agility and balance, they're really good as well. So you kind of just got to use them stats to your advantage. Jumping and reactions, not good. Sprint speed, 89. Then the rest are pretty average. So what I would say, if you want to use this kid, he is definitely the person that just runs in and then literally passes across the ground. Maybe pass around the keeper if you want to tramp it, or if you want to just knock it in. He will probably, if the attackers, the strikers can catch up with him, he will definitely just knock that ball in and they will get their head onto it or something. His crossing isn't that bad, to be fair, seeing as though it's rated 69, but he is definitely not a player that's worth like the whole thing. He is just one of them ones that does his job and then that's it. Okay, moving on to Walcott now. Two more players to go. We have got right wing, 24, 418 stats, and 5'8", right-footed, medium, 3-star both. So overall, to start with, pretty average. Definitely one of the top players, but average stats. So looking at his ball control, not amazing, but he's not the dribbler. He is literally hit it and run. He's like Ox, but more on the acceleration rather than anything. Crossing is better than Ox, but he is older and he is higher rating, so that's more to see. Dribbling, that's average. It's not the best. I'd say he's definitely just a hit it around the player and run. That's my technique with him. Again, looking down the list, nothing good until the physical. 97 acceleration. That's amazing, to be fair. I think he's one of the top sprinters in the game. I'm not too sure if anyone else is as high as him, but he is definitely one of the top ones. Agility and balance, pretty decent. He's got good stats there. Reaction time, not too bad. Sprint speed, awesome. You can't really moan about that, to be fair. 96, what are you gonna do? Strength, stamina and strength, not the best. 80 positioning, it's pretty average. He's literally just a hit and run person. I would go for nothing else. And our final player, we're moving on to Podolski. We have him in the striker role, but he's pretty decent. We got him. He is Germany, 430 stats, centre forward, 27, 5'11", left foot, medium to low. I'd definitely prefer him to have high attacking, but he's obviously not. 82 ball control, again, pretty average. Crossing doesn't matter. His curve shots are not too bad. Dribbling, average. He's more of a OP striker compared to his stats. 86 finishing, which is good. Then he go into his long shots. Again, that's really good, to be fair. So if you want outside the box, maybe a bit more near to the halfway line, he's going to get some good on target power shots. Penalties, he is my penalty taker with 87. Shot power 91. That's good. Volleys 91 as well. You can't ask for any better there. 88 acceleration, that is why, and with 87 sprint speed, that is why he is the tank. He's got great shooting, great power, and he's even got great speed. Stamina is not the best, strength is not the best, so if you come up against like someone like Chiellini or Ogbonna, they're going to outstrength him definitely. But overall, a decent player. He's definitely a bit OP when it comes to it, but he is a tank. So this is it. We have finished this. Sorry for the video to be so long, but I thought I was going to do it in kind of two halves, but then I thought, no, I'm just going to boss straight through it. It'll be a good video to listen to because it'll be the whole way through. You won't have to mess about with going to a different team, a different video. So I thought I'd go straight through it and not do any like jibber jabber and talk like this. So there we go. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, that would be amazing. If you could like this video, if you made it this far, that is awesome that you've made 24 minutes of your time. But apart from that, hopefully you enjoyed the video. Give it a like if you did enjoy. Subscribe for brand new content every single day. And I'll see you again next time. Bye bye.